This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. A moment ago, this Arizona crowd was on its feet. The defensive starters, led by perennial All-Pro Patrick Peterson, were introduced. And they've got a tough one on their hands as they'll square off with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Johnson, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 17 carries, 86 yards.
So, partner, you know, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, Rosen. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, Rosen. And Jeffrey's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Now he's flushed out right. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The numbers for him from a week ago. 3 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that's complete to Lewis. 8 yards there and a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Rosen. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. It's a tight game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Rosen off the play action. And he's got Gresham. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go now.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He spins free. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ben Koyak, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Great 15, great 15. 82, 82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Where they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
In the backfield, the pass protect, and sometimes try to protect the QB, you hold.
And the key word, as you noted, protect, right? Sometimes you get out of position, get out of whack. It's just quarterback protect mode, and he got nailed for the penalty.
Now they'll run with Lewis. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wentz to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it. Across the 40-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
Holding. Defense.
Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And it was a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Hogan. 15 yards there for number 15. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and now it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear, because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
This is taken at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Holding, receiving team.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Pass interference, defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Jeffrey's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
All right, here we go.
And now it's Rosen looking. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ben Koyak, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Again, it's Wentz. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go now. 3-9.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want another block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he's got a moonwalk. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, it's Rosen. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Blue 90.
3rd and goal. Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Seth Roberts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
No, check, Patriots!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Great 15, great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
82.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun now for Wentz. Stepping up, touchdown, Eagles. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And able to find Kirk complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a handoff. Johnson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
All right, now, look at 56.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
His pass caught at the 4. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end.